collecting a new type of video today. League's Gacha is unstoppable. So this YouTuber, if you don't know them, they're named Necrit, and they're gonna be talking about how bad League's Gacha system is and how much money you have to spend for like just a regular skin at this point. Let's go check it out. Let's see what it's all about.
Oh well.
We will see.
Here we are.
Here we are.
It took a bit of time, and I wanted to dive into this one right as it dropped.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm
see.
glad I waited, because there has been quite a few developments regarding the newest, shiniest,
Bro, shut
and
up.
most split skin in League of Legends history.
What are they
That,
talking
of
about?
course, being the newest exalted skin for Jinx, which is now part of the new Gacha system. Yes, I know, it's a lot when you put it like that.
Huh?
So, let's dive into what is the issue with
wait
this
a damn
skin,
second.
what is Riot trying
What
to
do
fix,
you mean?
and what's the newest piece of drama that bubbled up right behind this.
They're
so,
making
in case you
gacha
forgot,
skins,
about
like,
a month
straight
ago, we
up?
talked about the new Gacha system that is being added into League of Legends.
What?
This is not a pseudo loot box system. Nope, it is a proper gacha with a pity system, different loot tiers, and pretty much
0.5%?
everything you would expect from something like Genshin or Honkai Star
Oh my
Rail.
God!
The only bright side could be that for a gacha system, it's fine. The problem then being that
$250
it is a
gacha
system.
system.
Anyway,
if
there
you're
is not much to
unlucky.
mention here without diving into all of this again.
You have to pay $250 for one fucking skin. What else do you get from this? Because like, do you get other skins for it as well if you pay $250? Do you get like in-game currency? What can you even do with that?
Just know that to guarantee one of these bigger skins to drop, it is usually
That's
around
insane.
$200 to $250. Now, normally
That
I would
is
say that
fucking
that's
insane.
enough of a reason to spark an outrage on its own. But over
Yeah.
time, people learned that this kind of monetization works. People buy
Makes
it,
money.
it makes money,
Yeah.
and to be fair, Riot started showing us where the money goes in development. So when it comes to the new skin acquisition,
Wait, so is it just one skin or does it have like different variants? So there's like this Jinx and then there's the evil Jinx and powdered Jinx. Is it like multiple in one?
the only bad part, and I mean this is a really bad part, is the fact
watching, it
that
gets
it
worse,
is
Mifu?
essentially gambling. There is
does?
no way to sugarcoat that. However,
worse?
funnily enough, that is not the big reason why everyone is outraged about the new Arcane Fracture Jinx skin.
yeah.
The fact that it is a Gamba skin, believe it or not that big of a deal to people. No, the
Really?
outrage came from the fact that this is a Gamba skin that is not great. A statement
mean,
that actually has quite a few layers.
I ain't gonna lie, it looks like just her base normal skin that you start the fucking game with like some extra bandages and maybe some different shoes, and her gun has some extra like little things on it, and that's it.
The first thing people usually point out is that this does not really look like Jinx.
Yeah.
Especially after you watch Arcane and then you go back here.
yeah,
Now, yes, I
for
know
sure.
what the default skin of Jinx looks like in the game. Please don't remind me of that, thank you.
Oh, no.
But
Trauma.
TFT just got a great new visual update for her, where the facial animations and the structure is just
Wait, that
very
looks really
close to
good.
Arcane.
Yeah.
So even after looking at that, if you then go back to this, yep, I'll agree. That does not really look that much like Jinx.
No, that
but this
looks
is still
really
just
creepy,
a tiny
honestly.
issue compared to the big one that people brought up. Because this
What's the
skin
big
is
issue?
supposed to be 3 skins bundled into one.
Yeah.
The base Arcane Jinx, the one from the alternative universe, and the version that is supposed to be the hero of Zaun. With the catch being that
Okay.
you can swap between these in the middle of the game.
Mid-games,
To which some
yeah.
of you may point out, that's awesome! It's like the Seraphine Ultimate skin, except now
Yes.
it's all in the game. Except, here's an Ultimate skin that already did that, and here's another one.
Yeah, that's true.
And here's one more that did the exact same thing, except this one has
Yeah.
3 times the amount of skins.
Ah,
So,
that's
is it a
true.
novel concept for something in League of Legends?
No.
Nope. League has done this for many years. In fact, it has always been part of the Ultimate
The
skin
normal
tier,
Ultimate skin,
which
yes.
is half the price of the new Exalted skins.
Yeah.
So already, people are mad that the Exalted skins are just taking the spot of the Ultimate skins.
Ultimate skins.
After which,
No,
they
I
are
get
all
that.
shoved into the gacha machine. Which is
But,
what
like, not
people
only
were
that,
worried
there's
about
not,
from
like,
the
a big
very
difference
beginning.
between them.
If you break it all down, it really seems like future Ultimate skins just cost extra $100 now.
Yeah.
However, believe it or not, that is still not the biggest reason why people are mad about the new
There's
Jinx.
more.
Because here, what people
Wait,
really
there's
care
more?
about is the overall quality. Because sure, we got 3 different
Holy
skins, but
shit.
is it actually 3 skins that are different? Just look at the official image teasing
They
it.
basically
Sure,
look the
I can see
same.
2 different skins.
Yeah, so like this one and this one. But these two on the right and the left have no difference whatsoever, except for the fact that this one has purple colors inside of her gun, and this one has green coloring inside of her gun. So what, is that a difference? Even their face makeup is the exact same. Their clothes are the same. Her hair isn't different in any way. Like, what do you mean?
But why does the third one look exactly like the first one?
It literally
yeah,
is the
this
same.
is the big problem. The only big difference between these models is different clothes, and that's kinda it. The rocket launcher is the same. The chompers don't even change. It is the exact same kind of monkey regardless of what form she is in. And so the only thing that
What? Every single form has the same animations and monkeys and throwables that she has? No. What about her ultimate? Is her ultimate the same too?
really changes is the model on that one skin
Are you
and
joking?
the visual effects. One of them is graffiti styled, one of them has the
Okay.
arcane spell effects, and one of them is more zone themed.
Okay,
now,
I can
of
see that
course,
now.
since this is supposed to be a skin tied to Arcane, with Arcane being very popular,
Mm-hmm.
Riot had to make sure that this skin does well to complete the promotional loop. Not to mention that this is the first
Bruh.
premium skin to be added into the gacha machine. So, this skin is actually getting the special treatment. If you check out what the skin looks like on PBE now, you may notice that the hero of Zone is now slightly different.
Oh?
It got the hood, which everyone recognizes from the show.
Wow,
And to be
guys!
fair,
Yo,
that is
let's
exactly
go,
what people
guys!
expected this skin to have from the very beginning. In fact, the
Wow!
Wild Rift version of this skin is still way better. But also, you may notice that while the guns
Why is the Wild Rift... Why did the Wild Rift version already have the fucking hoodie? And the League of Legends one didn't even come with that? And it's still better than the current League of Legends version? What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? Just so you know, Riot gave their artists free range to go wild with their creative mind, and we got this bullshit. What? So they told us do whatever the fuck you want. Make it as extravagant as you want. Just align it with the Arcane art style and like the season story. And they gave us this? Are you fucking
still stays the same. At least it is
That's
changing
bullshit.
color depending on the form.
That's bullshit.
And that's kinda it.
No.
So, is this skin in a better place now? Sure, the hood actually gave the skin some variance.
Wow,
And I think this might be a
guys,
good
one
time to bring out
hoodie.
some skeletons from the closets. But did this make this skin worthy of the gacha machine?
No!
I don't know. I would advise people
This is
to
like
just
maybe
ignore
a
it. Let's just let the whales
$60
fund
skin
all the
at
free-to-play
most.
content and let's look away. Because now we know it is not going anywhere. With that
They're just
said,
gonna pay
I would
for it
also like to
anyways,
point
right?
out one more thing. For the most part, I am currently fine with what the skin looks like. But I would still
are?
like to bring up 2 massive flaws.
Okay.
First of all, maybe it's just me, but for some reason, it feels like this skin has smearing all over the place. Smearing and stretching is what happens when the animators
with the
just
animations.
stretch the models
Yeah,
almost to give
yeah.
it a fake motion blur. Most of the champions actually have it these days.
They do.
But for some reason, this one has stretching everywhere. Every time you pause the trailer, it looks like you're not looking at Jinx. That's a spaghetti monster. And I know that Jinx is supposed to be slightly more comical, even though it is still a serious character. But I think this is way more spaghetti than even Riot expected. But you know what?
Holy.
That's not the worst problem.
Yeah,
The
it's
worst one
Luffy.
is that this does not look like Jinx. And yes, there has been many times we talked about different silhouettes. How it should be obvious what champion you are looking at from the first
Yes.
second. And to me, Jinx always had 2 big things. A rocket launcher on her shoulder and a minigun by her side. This one
Really?
is always missing one of them. Sure, when she has the rocket
Oh.
launcher on her shoulder, it does look a bit like Jinx.
Mm-hmm.
But when she has it in the form of the minigun, that's not Jinx. That just looks like Sana.
Oh,
Especially
he's
when you look at the
right.
trailer. To me, it is just really hard to recognize that
No,
I'm
he's
supposed to be
right.
looking at Jinx. In all the chaos and with all the smearing, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
Dare
yeah.
I say, this might be on a similar level to the Dragon Mancer Lee Sin incident. But hey, that's just
Oh,
my
no.
take on the skin. But the thing is, the reason why the Jinx skin is
spaghetti as
popping
their
up
coating is
again
wild.
is not because it is just behind the corner to drop on live servers. It is also because even though this skin is not out yet,
It's not?
Riot already announced the next Exalted skin, which of course is also
Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. What do you mean? Yeah, you know, free money.
gonna be part of the gacha machine. And it is
course they
extremely
did.
similar to Jinx. As in, the quality is below what you would expect for an ultimate skin.
What?
And this time it is for Set, as part of the Lunar Revel. So here is
bro.
Radiant Serpent Set, which is really a legendary skin with 3 forms. A normal black version, a blue version, which is really just a recolor, and a slightly different version that still shares the same animations. But at
Wow.
least the third one is a whole different model. So now,
Surely.
do you see the similarities with the Jinx skin? There is a base model, there is a recolor, and there is a different model.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that is what the norm is gonna be for the Exalted skins.
I hate
But
that.
funnily enough, if you take a step back and look at what we're getting here, the Exalted skin is really a legendary skin, a chroma skin for it, and
Yep.
a prestige version for the legendary.
Yep.
That is precisely what you're getting.
It
and yes,
is.
once again, there are visual effects as the differences between these skins. And yes, you can swap between these in the middle of the game. At least, I hope. There are no announcement around the
What?
set skin, so maybe those are just 3 different ones.
No,
And yes,
no,
there
don't-
should
no.
also be slightly different voice lines between the versions. But that's it. So, for a skin, yeah, this looks fine. But again,
But for
most
a
people are mad
$200 to
because we are
$250
getting
skin?
another Exalted skin, while the
Yeah,
first
but
one
it's
is not
not
even
even-
out. And the stupidest thing about all of this is
Dude,
that there is a reason why they are doing this. You see,
Money?
gacha systems heavily rely on having something that people can roll on.
Yeah.
And the reason with
And
League
if you
right now
only have
is that
one
they don't
skin
have
on them-
enough to put into the system right now.
Exactly, so
If they released
they
a
just
new
release
Exalted
a
skin
bunch of
every
Exalted
3 months,
skins.
as an example, that would be 3 months
Of
of
downtime
people
in between.
rolling on Jinx.
Yeah.
Simply said, the cycle for the gacha system would be too long.
Exactly.
Games like Genshin or Star Rail usually have like 3 or 4 weeks before they cycle the banners.
What the
However,
fuck,
that doesn't mean they are getting a new character every time they cycle the banners. For the most part, they are
Most of
also
the time
bringing
they
back
do, but
older characters.
they do have
But
reruns,
again,
it's just-
League doesn't have that luxury yet because they only just started with this system. Which means they are in a situation where they need to pump out as many of these
Nah,
skins as possible to
bro.
properly kickstart the system.
That's so
Which
frustrating.
means get ready for these Exalted skins to be raining
Yeah.
on us for a bit.
They're
With
gonna be
that said,
coming all
also
over
keep
the
in mind that
place.
the PBE we got right now came in very early. And that's because
bruh.
Riot will be on their winter holidays.
Of
So
course.
the second Exalted skin will go up sometime
After
in
the new year?
mid-January.
Yeah.
So yeah, from the looks of it, it seems like there will be a monthly rotation on the gacha machine.
There's no
But
fucking
that's
way.
pretty much what
They're
the
gonna
current
be
situation
adding
is
a
about.
monthly
League
gacha
of
to
Legends can now
fucking
be
League.
technically, at least partially called, a gacha game. That's because, at the very least, the gameplay is still unaffected. Though, you know what? If it means that we are getting the
the
new game
gameplay.
modes and all the new maps funded by the whales, sure, let them have their fun with their gambling. We have other things to talk about, such as the fact that Samira got a new emote that has 6 fingers, and interestingly enough, that is not AI, that was just a human being making a dumb mistake. But that's not even the most surprising thing about that.
6 fingers, let's go.
It's that somehow it happened again.
What? Twice? Good shit, boys. I'm proud of you. What a video. Damn, I really hope that League is, you know, gonna chill a little bit when it comes to all of this gacha stuff. banger video from Necrit. But you know what? We're gonna see how it's gonna go. It's not AI art, guys. Totally not. What? Yeah, no, they aren't going to. Mifuyu. Bro, stop. Bro, stop. They already had enough skins and all that other stuff. And like, I get that they had like the oh my god, what was it called? Like the little legends and all these like new things that you could buy in packs. And oh, you should get this, you should get that. Look at this ultimate skin. Look at this, look at that. Like, I get it. But like, this is insane. The fact that they're going to be releasing a $200 skin every single month? What? But remember, bro, they can't make ultimate skins because it breaks the server. Yeah, it totally does. Uh-huh. Oh my god. Ain't no way. League was already giving me brain damage. I don't need another Gamba addiction. Right? That's what I'm saying. So yeah, this is kind of... I don't know where they're going to be bringing us with this, but hey, hopefully it's going to go... hopefully it's going to go fine. Well, yeah, that's it, boys. Pog. Fuck that. Fuck League of Legends. Fuck that game.